Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. ClassicsToday.com. Yeah, that's what it is. Here with random reviews from the Overflow room, number 8 in this series, which is, oh boy, it's got a while to go. It really does. And last time we saw some Ravel operas. We did the 2 operas. And we've got, this has some other interesting goodies as well, I must say. Well, we're going to begin with, here's the clump. We're going to begin with something we already began with. Yes, begin the began. The Samson Francois Cluitin's piano concertos. Well, we've already seen those, and we may see a few more still, because I just have lots of them, because they're wonderful, and you never know when they're going to go out of print. So you really should have, packs of them, I think. And then we've got, this is a nice disc, Yuki Nagai on Bis doing Miroir and Le Tombeau de Couperin. On Bis, this was an early Bis release, actually. I think it was from, let's see, what's the date? It's right here, printed plainly and clearly on the back. At least that's the idea. 1984, thank you. Yeah, relatively early Bis. And I hang on to that. Boy, this piano sound is beautiful on that record. Oh, this is interesting. Les Rarissimes. This is a series of French EMIs that was never released in the United States, because why would anybody be interested in anything rare and unusual in the United States, right? Or anywhere else in Europe, for that matter. Let me put this down, see if I can balance this without creating a catastrophe. Hold it. There we go. There. And actually, this is the Rarissime de Pedro de Freitas Branco, who is a very fine Portuguese conductor, and he's the brother of the composer Freitas Branco. There's Frederico de Freitas, and there's the Brancos, and there's the Freitas Brancos. They're all mixed up. But, he was a very good conductor in his day. He did quite a bit of stuff. And I have a whole series of things that was issued on the Portuguese label Strauss, actually, and I think we'll get to it at some point when we get to the letter F, but right now we're in the R's. So it may be a few years before we get there. But this contains Love the Magician, El Amor Brujo by Falla, a Torina disc, bits of the Canto a Sevilla, the orchestral parts, La Procesión del Rocío, and the Danzas Fantásticas, and L'Oración del Torero, and finally a Ravel collection. You get Alborada del Gracioso, La Valse, the Pavane, the Valse Noble et Sentimental, and Bolero. 18 minutes and 36 seconds for Bolero. I think it's Celibidache slow. Really, really cool, fascinating. And it's with the Orchestra du Théâtre des Champs-Élysées and the Orchestra Sinfonique de Madrid, also known as Orchestra Arbos. Really, really neat. The singers, Inés Rivadeneira and Lola Rodriguez de Aragon. What is she? In the canto? I don't know. What else is she singing? I have no clue. Anyway, this is the first CD release recorded. Let's see, it looks like 1957. It's in mono because, as we all know, the English kept their stereo equipment and wouldn't let the French use it. That's a true story, by the way. They wouldn't let the French borrow it to make stereo recordings, so they got their own. Oh, it's so wonderful. Nationalism. But this is really a neat collection. Pedro de Freitas Branco. Remember the name. He did all kinds of nifty stuff back in the day. Then we've got Frederick Chu, who was being pushed by Harmonia Mundi USA for a while. We've got the Ravel Miroir and Abel Decaux, Clairs de Lune, Clues de Lune. There's 4 of them. And then Arnold Schoenberg, Drei Klavierstücke, Opus 11. And the Abel Decaux is kind of the transitional phase between Ravel and Schoenberg, because he wrote atonal music quite early, this is 1900 to 1907. And this was kind of a cool collection. It introduced a lot of us to Frederick Chu. I remember when Harmonia Mundi was doing its road show, when they, back in the days when record labels cared about what they released, and they would invite critics in the major cities, and they would do presentations about their upcoming releases. And I remember that one quite vividly. This was in, oh my goodness, what was the year? Let's see, I'm sure it's here somewhere. The year was made in Germany. Oh, God, the year's not here. What year are you? Is it on here? 1995. Thank you. So there you go. That was, wow, 30 years ago almost. Oh, my God. Ravel, Maurice, Morceau choisi. Les compositeurs français on accord, CD accord. That means that this has got to be the Manuel Rosenthal stuff. Yes, it is the Manuel Rosenthal stuff, but there are other things here besides just orchestral works. I've got to find out. It's one of these things. It's enough to make you crazy, isn't it? I mean, all these paper folding, sleevey, because there's the morceau, or not just orchestral morceau. There are some other morceau. So let's see what we got. Okay, the Pavane with Rosenthal, Judeau with Jean Doyen piano. Yeah, on a Gaveau piano. When was the last time you played one of those? Rhapsody Espagnole, Rosenthal. Alborada del Gracioso, Rosenthal. Mother Goose with Jacques Février and Gabriel Taquino in the original version for piano 4 hands. Gaspard de la Nuit with Jean Doyen. Yay! Daphnis and Chloe, Suite Number 2, Avec Cœur. That must be taken from the Complete Daphnis with Rosenthal. This is fun. The string quartet with the Quatuor Champé. Goodness gracious, I haven't listened to this in a billion years. I don't remember anything about it, but there it is, the Quatuor Champé. I've got to go back and listen. La Valse with Rosenthal, the Piano Concerto in G major with Pierre Sancan, yes, on a Steinway with the Orchestra du Sudwest von Baden-Baden under Pierre Dervaux. Wow, where did that come from? And Bolero with Rosenthal. So you see, there's some really interesting things in this strange little collection, which I will now have to unravel again to put the booklet back. Okay, that went in there, that goes in there, it folds like that, and we are in business. Ravel, Piano Concertos, G major, D major, and Falla, Knights of the Gardens of Spain, with François-Joël Thiollier. These are very good with the Polish National Radio Symphony under Anthony Witt, who you know is going to be good, because Anthony Witt is just about always good, usually. So this is really on Naxos, surprisingly fine. You might want to give it a shot. Ravel, left-hand concerto. Yeah, Prokofiev, fourth for left hand. Britten Diversions for left hand with Leon Fleischer, Boston Symphony, and Ozawa. This is when Fleischer was making his left-hand reemergence, because his right hand, remember, he had focal dystonia, and that messed up his right hand. So he played for a while just left hand. Then he came back as a two-hander toward the end of his life. Very good performances. And the Britten Diversions for piano, left hand, and orchestra is a really little-known major work by Britten. It's a first-class piece of music. It's lovely, and it's like, what, 22, 24, 25, 26 minutes long. It's a major piece, and nobody knows it. So that was a good disc to have. Then we've got Gina Bachauer doing Ravel, Gaspard de la Nuit, with John Gielgud reading Christopher Fry's translations of the poems by Aloysius Bertrand. Yes, and she plays the Ravel piano work based... Okay, fine, yes, that's what it says. And then we've got some Debussy pour the piano and other things, and the Stravinsky 3 movements from Petrushka. This is a pretty cool disc because, Bachauer was known as a pulverizer. You ever watch BattleBots? The pulverizer, it's the 100-pound hammer that bashes the robot. I mean, she was known for playing music that was not typical ladies' music. She just went at it, and you either liked it or didn't. She was kind of like Alexis Weissenberg. She had a hard, flinty sonority and virtuosity to burn, and I think she's fun. But it depends on what the repertoire was. It really does. Then we've got, what's this? Oh, the Michelangeli disc. Remember that? Of course. The Ravel G major and the Rachmaninoff 4th Piano Concerto with the Philharmonia under Ettore Grachis. Yeah, baby. I mean, this is one of the great records of all time. Everybody agrees. And last but not least for this clump, we've got the complete piano music with Jean-Yves Thibaudet. I like this set very much. Thibaudet is very intelligent. and interesting. The Tombeau de Couperin in here is particularly interesting. It's very neo-Baroque. If you know the orchestral version, or what a lot of other pianists do with pedal and blurring, it's you know, there's nothing Couperanish about it, but he plays it that way. It's staccato, détaché, like a harpsichord. Very, very interesting. And there's lots of, individual touches like that throughout this set. So I was very happy to get that. And with that, we come to the end of another Ravel clump. So keep on listening. Friends, thanks so much for joining me. Take care.